popular pastimes wasn't played in stadiums, but in busy social halls. The game of pool. And celebrating the history of the Green Bays is the Chicago Billiard Museum. On display is chalk used on pool sticks in the 1880s, wooden racks from the early 1900s, and a vintage wind-up toy version of the game itself. But the object in the collection with the strangest story to tell could easily be overlooked.
The item weighs 5.5 grams. It's made of really hard plastic. It's round and smooth to the touch. On the item's surface is the number 12 and the face of a man.
This billiard ball recalls a pint-sized pool player who became the greatest of them all.
This is a story about a young boy, a cunning plan, and an epic career.
It's 1919 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 6-year-old Willie Moscone lives with his parents above the family-owned pool hall. Not surprisingly, the young lad soon becomes fascinated with the game.
Willie was a curious, precocious kid. He loved the noise of the balls, the color and the clack, and the manly talk in the room.
Willie is determined to grow up to be the best pool player in the world.
Willie obsessed over to the point where he was willing to get himself into trouble just to play. Willie would sneak out of his room at night, go down to the pool room.
But one night, his father catches him at it, and despite it being the family business, he comes down hard on the boy.
Pool halls have always had a bit of a shady reputation because of the gambling, the drinking, and fights.
He wants his son to have an upstanding career, not the life of a pool player.
Joseph forbade Willie from playing pool.
Not only that, every night he locks up all the cues and balls, so there is no way his son can practice. Willie is devastated, but he refuses to give up on his dream.
Willie was very determined to play, even though his dad didn't want him to.
What the young pool shark does next will change his life forever.
Willie's days of scheming had only just begun.
Unable to use real billiard balls and cue sticks, he improvises.
He went to the pantry, found some potatoes, picked out the roundest that most resembled pool balls.
As for a cue stick, he swipes a long wooden broom from the closet.
For a kid that age to come up with that plan is pretty impressive.
Willie uses his makeshift equipment to continue his training.
He would practice on pretty much any flat surface he had access to, whether it be the kitchen table or the floor.
And his hard work gets results.
All the sneaking around and breaking his father's rules were paying off. He was starting to get better.
Then, one day, Willie is helping his dad in the pool hall when a stranger walks in looking for a game. With no other customers in the hall, the young kid spies his chance.
Not to let a good opportunity go to waste, Willie spoke up.
Willie begs his father to let him play.
Willie at that age was really headstrong and determined. He wasn't going to take no for an answer.
So how will this game transform Willie's entire life? It's 1919 in Philadelphia. 6-year-old Willie Moscone is a prodigy with an unstoppable passion for shooting pool. But his father has forbidden him from playing, so he secretly practices with potatoes and broomsticks. But one day, when Willie finally gets a chance to show off his skills, it changes his life forever. Willie pesters his father to let him play, and his father sees a chance to teach the boy a lesson.
His father thought, might be pretty fun to watch the kid get beat.
Willie climbs up on a box to reach the table and sinks pot after pot.
Surprisingly enough, the 6-year-old wins.
In fact, young Willie beats the man not once, but 3 times.
It was then that Willie's father found out how talented Willie really was.
Joseph finally caves and allows Willie to pursue his passion.
It really opened Joseph's eyes to his son's talent and all the potential there.
Willie ditches the potatoes and broomstick for professional equipment and starts competing in and winning local matches. He goes on to claim no fewer than 13 World Championship titles.
Willie is widely considered to be one of the best pocket billiard players that has ever lived. He turned out to be a world champion.
He even advises Paul Newman in the 1961 Hollywood classic, The Hustler. Today, this special edition Willie Mosconi pool ball is on display at the Chicago Billiard Museum. It's a reminder of a young boy who found his dream in the corner pocket. Denver, Colorado,